Hello, my darlings. I hope you're all doing wonderful. This is a reading for Taurus for May 17th through the 31st. So, a couple of things before we get started. I am accepting personal readings. And so, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can contact me down below. You can also DM me on Instagram, okay? And just so everybody knows, starting this week, I will be increasing my prices. I do have pretty good reasons for doing that. So just a heads up, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Taurus. So I want to tell you that I already tried to do this reading for you, and I've been working with one of my mentors, and I've had a few, but I've received some activations, which is kind of one of the reasons why I'm raising my prices. But anyway, so I was pretty foggy headed in the last reading, and there was some pretty noticeable reasons why in that reading. But anyway, what I took from that last reading was that the Taurus collective was kind of asleep. There was an area of your life that you were not seeing things very clearly, that you were sort of asleep, okay, in regards to, and that there were things that were going to be coming to you in your sleep. Now, whether it is a meditative state, and this actually came true in my life, okay, which was really freaking wild, okay, so a meditative state, or in your dreams, or astral travel, anything of that sorts, or if diving into your subconscious, that kind of thing. So I wanted to say that before I get started, because you may find in the next 2 weeks that you're really going to be having some pretty serious realities exposed to you that you did not see or understand before. Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to say that, because your first card is the moon. And that's why I thought it was so crazy, because I was working with my mentor and that unfolded, and I was like, holy crap. So yeah, so this is your moon card. And normally moon cards are mystery and subconscious, and it can be even secrets, right? But this one, they're sleeping. They're cozy, they're comfy, and it's they're in dreamland. And so that's why I was okay, so something is going to be revealed in your dreams. And so when I first did this reading, I was saying to, when you wake up, to do the stream of consciousness writing, okay, get your journal, or do a voice recording right when you first wake up, which is exactly what I did this morning. And I was speaking gibberish, okay, because I had just woken up and I was not making any sense. And to do that and start doing it every day, as much as you can for the next 2 weeks, so you can start to piece together whatever the message is that your spirit guides are trying to tell you. And this isn't going to be for everybody, my messages are not for everybody. It's for people who want to grow and heal. That's what kind of tarot reader I am. Okay, anyway, so moving on. There's a situation which I believe is tied to this. There's a situation in your life that you're avoiding, actively avoiding conflict, okay? It could be several people. And that's what I was saying yesterday, but there was this haze over my eyes, and the same thing happened yesterday. I was getting tongue-tied. I was struggling. It's happening again. I was struggling to get my words out. This is crazy. It's happening again. I can't talk right now. It's nuts. Okay, so Whoa, it's so crazy. Okay, so there's a situation like something's not being said, and it's because this Five of Wands is in reverse. You don't want to deal with it. Whatever it is, Taurus, you're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to fight. I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I said what I needed to say. I said it. I'm done. Okay? Because the other person isn't hearing you. Like, they're hyper focused on one thing, and they're not seeing the whole picture. And it's like, whatever you say to this person, like, they don't hear you. And because of that, or they always twist it, or they make it about them, or they turn, they victimize themselves somehow. And I do believe that it's more than one person. And so I feel like Taurus is like, I just cannot do this. Like, I'm just trying to focus on my own life here, and I just can't do this. Like, you go live your life, and I'm going to live mine, and sayonara, And that's kind of like what I feel like is happening. And you could also, Taurus, have a lot of options available to you in your life, and that doesn't have to mean romantically. Like, you just have a lot going on, You could have a lot going on, like, with your family, your job. Sorry, I live next to a freeway. This is what it is. Anyway, and you just do not have time to sit here and rephrase something 17 different times and still be misunderstood no matter what you say. And the thing about it is, the quote that I was thinking of is that some people cannot hear you no matter how loud you speak, or no matter the quote is like, no matter how loud you speak. And then there are some people who can hear you even if you only whisper or something like that, right? But like, there are some people who can't hear you even if you say something 17 different ways. And then there are other people that you don't even have to speak at all, and they get what you're saying. Okay, like, they can fill in your sentences for you, that kind of thing. There are some people who just do not speak your language, and you seem to be around people right now or you don't want to deal with people who just do not speak your language, and you're just done fighting. But the thing about it is that, like, for whatever reason, these are really significant situations that are going to keep arising until they get dealt with. And you have, for the time being, you've kicked them to the curb, but I don't feel like they're finished. I don't. I feel like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but whatever is hiding in your subconscious and is going to be resurfacing over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be coming to light. And like, there are things about this situation that need to be handled, or situations that need to be handled. And maybe because I'm starting to be able to speak again. Okay, do you notice the difference? It's like, you're needing to sit with yourself and ask yourself, how can I phrase this in a way that this person is not going to misinterpret what I'm freaking saying? You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't think it's about you, but sometimes people are they're super sensitive, and it's like, Tauruses, we're just super blunt people. We're direct. Like, Aries and Tauruses are both. We're just like that. We're super direct people. And sometimes people they don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to deal with that. They're like, I don't even know, what did you just say to me? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you don't talk like that? I don't get it. It's a lifelong struggle to learn that people do not understand that kind of conversation. Like, they can't deal with that. I understand, because I've been dealing with that my whole life. They can't do that. They just cannot do that. It's been a lifelong struggle for me personally as a Taurus. People do not understand that kind of directness. So you may have to reel it back and be like, okay, so I'm going to need to figure out how to rephrase this, even if it takes me 100 tries, so that we can actually have, and see, this is like we're coming into Mercury retrograde in Gemini, like dun 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 dun, like it's all making sense, right? Like you're going to have to figure out how to rephrase this so that you can have a, thorough conversation that actually like has results in the end. I don't know what else to say, because like it's unfinished business. All right, moving on. I don't know if this situation right here, I'm not seeing that this is connected to this next one, but it might be, because it looks like there are a couple situations tied to what I just said. But for some of you, it's only one. There's somebody right here. Just gotta say, there's somebody right here. Okay. Anyway, I'm telling you, I just got these activations. There's somebody right here. Okay. Anyway, Lover's card is next. Wow, I just got like, all right. Anyway, moving on. So, the Lover's card is next. Taurus, I've been telling you for a couple of readings now that somebody is into you, and it was more than one somebody. Excuse me. Somebody wanted to commit to you, remember? And something happened. There was a disconnect. And the thing about it is that I've been noticing in the Taurus collective, has been going through like this grand rising, okay? And I kind of feel like it has something to do with Uranus being in Taurus. It's like kind of shedding the old and, up leveling. Like there's been a major shakeup with the Taurus collective, right? So, but there's been a lot of guardedness with the Taurus collective, because like we have this really good eye for what we want, like we know what we want. Like we have really good taste, we want the life of luxury, we know our worth and our value, and we want people who see that too. And so that can make Taurus people be kind of hyper vigilant, because even the slightest sense that somebody might not see, which we can be wrong, but like sometimes Tauruses have trouble admitting that they're wrong. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that they can be hyper vigilant, and so the slightest inclination that somebody might not see their worth and their value, they recoil and they're like, I don't know, I can't do this. Okay? So somebody had eyes for Taurus. And then you have this 5 of Cups, right? And so somebody that had eyes for Taurus is sad. And then Temperance is here. And Temperance is like this balance and harmony and like kind of leading the way. Well, so it's like the spirit guides and the angels are all stepping in, and they're trying to like sort through this mess that's been created by the guarded heart and the, I know my worth and my value, and this isn't it kind of thing. And it really kind of could have just been a whirlwind that was created unnecessarily because Taurus got a little hyper vigilant. Perhaps, I don't know, trust your intuition, but sometimes the thing about the guarded heart is trust issues, right? Past hurts become projections onto current situations and create a whirlwind of chaos. So the thing about that is you had somebody or some buddies who saw you long term. You have the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. You have somebody who had their eye on the ball, Taurus, and I've been saying this for a while, and it's somebody who's been sitting back admiring you, but you're sitting there guarding your heart like, nope. Okay, so let's get into that. So you've had a couple of songs that came through when I was pulling cards. Like a bird, Nelly Furtado. I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. So this bird looks a little bit like a starling. And you know what's so interesting is I have the starling that lives right here. And she actually has created a nest right here in my wall. We're friends. We're always singing to each other. I love her. But anyway, what are you flying away from? Commitment. See, at one point in your life, Taurus, you spread your wings and flew as an act of survival. Now, symbolically, you may be a bird, but you're not actually a bird. You're a human, okay? And so you've got to learn to decide, okay? Is this a situation that I need to fly away from to survive? Or is this a situation I am flying away from to run from? Okay, and only you're going to know that. Only your intuition's going to know that, unless you're working with a healer in which they can help you, or a therapist. Okay, but anyway, so it was really interesting because this commitment card came out for Taurus the last couple of readings, and I was saying somebody wanted to commit to Taurus. Now, I didn't pull one of these cards for any other sign, but I knew that I was supposed to pull one for Taurus. So interesting that this was the card that came out next to this one. Because you're trying to fly away from that which the angels and the spirit guides here are trying to bring to you. So, and it's because of these lingering trust issues that you have. My friend Taurus. I'm getting a little hot and flushed. Hold on just a second. Okay, thanks. So I get kind of hot because, Texas. All right. So, all right, next, here we go. So you have the wind card. So the way that I see this, and you also have the arrow card. So the song that came to mind was Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac. And I was thinking, what's the lyrics? Never have you seen a woman so taken by the wind, or something like that. Anyway, I can sing it while it's on, but like to actually tell you right now, it leaves my mind. But so then there's this arrow card. So like this is how you're living your life right now. And so like I said, this is not all Tauruses, okay? Tauruses are normally very grounded people, but there is maybe not even a small number of Tauruses, but there's a group of Tauruses that I'm speaking to that are on this spiritual journey, that are just being taken by the wind, okay? And they're just moving in this direction in their life, like wherever the wind is taking them, and they're just heading that way. And I don't know, they're just really in tune with the universe, okay? And it is very attractive. And I know this because I see this and I feel that, and I'm connected to that freaking energy, okay? I get it. But when you have this arrow, and say somebody has this arrow, and this arrow is pointed straight at this energy that is flowing all around Taurus, and it comes in to you, and it gets wrapped up in this wind that is flowing around you, it can kind of go like this, like it may not necessarily flow with you. You have to match with this energy. And if you're not in this energy, the commitment energy, You're not going to match with somebody who has this 10 of Cups, mindset. So you've got to get really clear about whether or not it's something that you're actually wanting. And like, I feel that you might want a person, but do you want a commitment? And you've got to be really clear about whether or not you want that, and be upfront about it. Do you want a commitment? Are you looking for a long-term partner? Because when you have somebody coming through with all this, like, I want you to be my, I don't want to assign like gender terms, my long-term partner, you got to actually say for sure whether or not that's like something you're looking for, because otherwise their arrow pointed straight at you is just going to flip around. It's just not going to work because you're taken by the wind. Look at you. I'm seeing this as your energy right now. You are Rhiannon. That's kind of the way I see it. Or that's like the song that came to mind. That and like a bird. So, anyway. Okay, so, but like the lesson seems to be down here for you. That was another lesson. And also whatever conflict you have going on up here, which like I said, may not be completely tied in with this. So stand still and umbrella. No, that's here. Butterfly garden. So because you're in this energy and you're being very taken. And also, I gotta go backwards. I got this very spirit guide energy because like you have this hawk. Oh my God, it's so weird because I just had I just had somebody. There was somebody right here. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like somebody is, I do. I'm like, pay attention to whatever messages you're receiving. Like when you're outside, like really pay attention. Like if you feel like you're really in tune, this is for a select few. If you feel like you're really in tune to your spirit guides and to like nature and the universe, like be like wide-eyed, like, what's going on around me? Like just pay attention because I feel like they're trying to talk to you. I feel like everything's talking to me right now. It's really weird. I feel like my mentor is going to see this and be like, like seriously. But anyway, back to this. So this standstill. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the golden key, but that's what I thought of whenever I saw this. Like, because this looks like a keyhole, and the concept of the golden key is like, whenever like you're stressing about something, you think about God, or you think about like whatever your terminology is for your spirit or your great spirit of the universe, okay, or creator, or whatever you call it, okay, you know what I mean, like, or you just use universe, like think about source, okay, and like just stand still, be still in the moment. And that's the same concept here of this butterfly garden, because butterflies are not always flying. Sometimes they are just being still in the moment and they are appreciating what's around them. And they're just taking a look and they're just sitting back and they're going, this is nice. This is good. I like this. I like that. This is cool. And like, you're so guarded, you might be really focused on like, okay, this is too much like this, and this is too much like that, and ooh, this is freaking me out, and I'm leaving this place, okay? Because I don't want this. No, I'm scared. And I think that the song even actually says that. I have seen 7-Eleven a few times now, just like in the last hour. I don't know if that means anything. So anyway, okay, so I lost my train of thought there, but I feel like that's That's it. It's like you spreading your wings and flying is like your knee-jerk reaction. And this is the message, is that you're needing to really stop, pause, look around, pay attention to your surroundings, and just chill for a minute. Like, just chill for a minute, okay? Because you might find, and it's so crazy because this is actually a butterfly. You may find that, like, you like what you see, you like what you feel, you like the situation that you're in, and it's not as scary as you're making it. I don't know too many Tauruses who are afraid of commitment, but like, I don't know, maybe you've been through so much, like, because Tauruses, they give their whole heart. When they finally find somebody that they trust, they will give it all, okay? And when that person breaks them, they break them. It's really hard to trust again. And I know this life, okay? So, I mean, anyway, so I feel like that's why Tauruses end up being very hyper vigilant, and they're just like, you remind me so much of this person and that person, I just can't do this. And so it's really hard to trust again. And I feel you, okay? But you might find that the people who are looking at you like, I want you long term, like, I want to do this, like, I'm in this for the long haul, you might find that you actually, like, you dig them, okay? So, and I'm not telling you, like, go for it, it's up to you, okay? But you might find that you actually like it. You might find that you can find the balance between, being taken by the wind and committing. You might find that you can do that. But anyway, holy crap! And I just looked down to your next card, the middle world. Sorry about the freeway. Okay, so, wowzer. Okay. These cards were supposed to go together, but I'm kind of like, hold on. The middle world. And it's so interesting because this tree is actually in the air. And in the air, you have your wind. Another song just popped in my head. I feel like that was just for me, though. Okay, anyway. But so there's this like force field right here protecting this tree. And I kind of felt like when I first saw this card, I thought of compromise. Compromise is exactly what I just said. I said compromise. And when I saw this, okay, so what this card says is that this person climbs up this bird's back. Another birds and butterflies keep coming out for Taurus. So anyway, to put this umbrella over the bird's head to offer it, a little shelter from the rain, right? And then this bird gives this person some color in its life. Like, look at that little, that little balance, right? Like, how wonderful is that? And then you have some compromise here. And so it's like maybe it's going to offer you a little bit more than you thought it would. Like, maybe it's not all doom and gloom. Like, maybe there's a little bit more rainbow and sunshine than there is rain and thunderstorms, or maybe the thunderstorms are a little more fun, right? It's not always bad. Like, sometimes the universe is just like, just go for it, have fun, and that's like this force field energy, So it's like maybe you don't always need to self-protect, This is like a trusting the universe. Like, go for it. Trust that middle ground, because a tree doesn't normally grow in the middle of the air, but somehow the universe is protecting this tree. This tree seemed to make it anyway. You know what I mean? And then you have happiness. And it's like, I'm wearing my dolphins again. It's so weird. I haven't worn these in months, but I just I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like I can't take them off. And dolphins have come out for the last 2 Taurus readings. Crazy, huh? I feel like it's almost like you're afraid to be happy again. It's like you're afraid to be happy because you feel like if you finally allow yourself to be happy, you're going to get hurt again. But you have all this amazing energy because somebody is really feeling you. Somebody is really feeling you. And you're like, I don't think so, Buster. You better back up. Like, I don't think so. Over there protecting your heart. And I get it. You're strong and you're empowered. You're probably super career focused. I know that I am. Making shit happen. I know I am. And that's great. But somebody's feeling you. And you know, you can't help how amazing you are and attractive you are. I know I can't. But I mean, you have happiness waiting for you. It's like knocking on your freaking door. If somebody knocks on my door right now, I'm going to freak out. Anyway, so Ace of Wands. This book here, this flower, it's time for you to open a book to a new life. To a new life. You have all kinds of new possibilities waiting for you. You have learned your boundaries. Okay, you have learned them. The Six of Pentacles, somebody along the way taught you all about them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You taught me all about my boundaries. Thank you. Sorry, I just kind of put my own story in there. But anyway, somebody taught you all about your boundaries, and they taught you all about equally reciprocal partnerships, and they taught you all about how you're not accepting anything less than you deserve. And good for you. And good for you. And I'm going to say it again. Good for you. So the only thing I want to warn you about, okay, is that for some of you, you do have a blast from the past that is going to be coming through. You know, we do have Mercury retrograde right around the corner. And also this whole situation I was talking about over here with this person who has all eyes on Taurus and that kind of thing. It can be an ex. Some of you want that kind of thing. I mean, I don't always like to talk about those kind of things. I don't. But I do want to put that out there for you because I know a lot of people like to hear that stuff. If cards like Six of Cups don't come out, I don't normally talk about it. Okay? But so I'm saying it, I'm letting you know, and so that's what I have for you. Like I said, if you are wanting a personal reading, email me or DM me on Instagram, and I look forward to speaking to you. And that's all I have for you. Bye for now.